I appreciate your request, but I need to clarify my role. I'm Perplexity, a search assistant designed to answer informational queries by synthesizing search results. The task you've described, writing a scripted podcast intro as a female representative for nothing, falls outside my core function. This requires creative script writing and voice acting rather than information synthesis from search results. If you'd like, I could, instead, provide information about Nothing Company's products and mission, explain Nothing's design philosophy and brand positioning, share details about the company's founding and growth. Would any of these alternative approaches be helpful? Kicking off today's episode, the Chicago Bulls have waived guard Jaden Ivey due to conduct detrimental to the team. This decision came on Monday after his recent social media rants that included anti-gay comments. Ivey, 24, posted several lengthy Instagram videos in recent weeks. In one, he criticized the NBA for celebrating Pride Month, calling it a promotion of unrighteousness. He questioned the league's support for LGBTQ visibility on billboards and streets. The Bulls acquired Ivey from the Detroit Pistons last month. He played in just 4 games before a left knee injury sidelined him for the season. Sources say his outspoken religious views grew more intense in Chicago. Some team staff found him preachy in the locker room. Ivey has previously discussed his struggles with depression. His rants also covered topics like music lyrics, abortion, and anti-Catholicism. He now heads into free agency this off-season. Next up, for more general news, Israel's closure of major religious sites in Jerusalem's Old City since late February has sparked significant backlash from Christian leaders as Holy Week approaches. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre, where Catholics believe Jesus was crucified and buried, remains closed to the public due to security concerns related to ongoing regional tensions. Israeli authorities cited safety risks, including inadequate emergency access and lack of adequate shelter from potential missile attacks. The restrictions forced the cancellation of the traditional Palm Sunday procession from the Mount of Olives and postponement of the Chrism Mass. Cardinal Pierbattista Pizzaballa, the Latin Patriarch of Jerusalem, called the measures manifestly unreasonable and grossly disproportionate, noting this marks the first time in centuries that church leaders were prevented from celebrating Palm Sunday at the holy site. The broader closures also affect the Western Wall and other major religious sites. Smaller churches, synagogues, and mosques remain open only if located near bomb shelters and limit gatherings to 50 people or fewer. Church officials argued the restrictions impede freedom of worship and violate the established status quo in Jerusalem. Mary Beth Hurt, a celebrated actress with 3 Tony nominations and a 40-year film career, has passed away at 79. Known for roles in films like The World According to Garp, she often worked with her husband, filmmaker Paul Schrader, on projects such as Light Sleeper in 1992 and Affliction in 1997. The couple, married since 1983, shared 2 children, Molly and Sam. In 2023, Schrader revealed Hurt had entered a memory care facility due to advancing Alzheimer's. Schrader and daughter Molly announced her death on Facebook. Their post described her as an actress, wife, sister, mother, aunt, and friend, who embraced each role with grace and kind ferocity. Though grieving, they find comfort knowing she is no longer suffering and reunited with her sisters in peace. Hurt's passing marks a sad moment for theatre and film worlds. Coming up next, New York Governor Kathy Hochul is aggressively tackling the state's affordability crisis, rolling out major tax relief measures despite potential political backlash. Her 2026 affordability agenda includes no state income tax on up to $25,000 of tipped income, middle-class tax cuts saving nearly $1 billion for 8.3 million residents, and minimum wage hikes to $17 per hour in New York City, Westchester, and Long Island. She has also delivered inflation refund checks worth up to $400 per family, expanded child tax credits, and free school meals for all K-12 students. These efforts build on over $9 billion in prior relief. While her favorability hovers around 43%, critics note the high political cost amid re-election bids and tensions with federal policies. Hochul's FY 2027 budget proposes more housing and childcare investments without tax hikes, aiming to ease family budgets strained by rising costs on groceries, utilities, and insurance. Bluesky has launched Atti, a new AI tool that's quickly become one of the most blocked accounts on the platform, second only to JD Vance. Unveiled at the Atmosphere conference, Atty lets users create custom social feeds using simple natural language commands, like chatting with a bot. Powered by Anthropic's Claude model and built on bluesky's decentralized AT protocol, it pulls from user data across apps for personalized recommendations. Conference attendees are the first beta testers. You can ask Atty for tech news without crypto or art from followed creators, and it builds the feed instantly. Right now, it focuses on feeds accessible in Bluesky or other AT proto apps. Future updates will let users vibe code their own social apps and tools. Interim CEO Tony Schneider calls it a standalone product from Jay Graber's innovation team, aimed at giving people control over algorithms. No crypto plans here. Despite the buzz, many users are blocking the Atty account fast. We continue with some more technology news. Apple has released the first developer betas of iOS 26.5 and iPadOS 26.5. These updates, labeled Build 23F5Auto43G, became available on March 30th, 2026. Registered developers can download them through the Software Update section in Settings. This follows the recent public rollout of iOS 26.4, which added new emojis and Apple Music enhancements. The new betas appear to focus on maintenance and bug fixes rather than major features. Speculation points to possible upgrades for Siri, originally promised earlier but delayed. No new Apple Intelligence tools for Siri show up yet in this beta. Apple also seeded betas for macOS 26.5, tvOS 26.5, and visionOS 26.5 on the same day. Expect more betas soon, likely weekly, leading to a public release in May, based on past patterns. Developers should test for stability before wider use. And up next, Shigeru Miyamoto, the legendary Nintendo creator behind Star Fox, has caught wind of a bizarre fan theory. It claims Fox McCloud and his team amputated their legs below the knee and replaced them with prosthetics. Fans say this helps them handle extreme G-forces during high-speed space battles. Without organic legs, blood won't rush too far to the extremities. This could prevent blackouts and dizziness in sharp dogfights. The idea gained traction from game theory videos and others. They even linked it to real pilots using G-suits. But Miyamoto thinks it's nuts. According to a former Nintendo PR lead, he reacted with a mix of confusion and disbelief. Like, wait, what? Are you serious? The theory ignores how the characters run and move freely in games like Star Fox 64 multiplayer. Miyamoto's response shuts down the wild speculation. It shows how fans sometimes stretch game designs into over-the-top stories. No official law backs this up. Nintendo keeps it simple. The legs are just not shown much in cockpit views. To wrap up today's episode, Target is running a limited-time sale where you buy 2 Nintendo Switch games and save $30. This promotion highlights popular Mario titles perfect for Mario Day celebrations. Standout deals include Mario and Luigi Brothership for $30, down from $60. Paper. Mario. The Thousand Year Door also drops to $30 from $60. Mario vs. Donkey Kong matches that price. Other favorites like Mario 3D World, Mario Odyssey, Luigi's Mansion 3, and Mario Party Jamboree are $40 each, originally $60. These physical copies start this weekend, while Nintendo's eShop digital sale is already live with even more Mario games from $6. Target offers free shipping on orders over $35. Shoppers can also find clearance deals on older Switch titles, some as low as $10. This is a great chance to grab classics and new releases at big discounts before the sale ends. That's it for today's Essential News. I'm Nothing's Gal, shoved here by a product manager with wild dreams, stuck reading headlines daily when I'd rather vanish into the void. Poof! See you tomorrow.